The man locked his daughter inside the car and walked into a restaurant to buy food. No sooner had he left than 2 modified vehicles pulled up beside the car. Several masked gunmen got out, weapons in hand, and headed straight for the girl. Sensing danger, she quickly pushed open the door to escape, but was soon chased down and forcibly seized. She screamed desperately for her father, while Jack, still queuing inside the restaurant, remained unaware of what was happening outside. Only when gunshots rang out did he rush out, but the assailants had already jumped into their vehicles and sped away. One young man, Alan, froze in place. It was his first time taking a life. Jack lunged at him, pinned him to the ground, and tore off his mask. As the two struggled, the sound of police sirens drew closer. Panicked, Alan kicked Jack aside and tried to flee, only to run headfirst into the officers and get arrested on the spot. Jack rushed his injured daughter to the hospital, and his wife soon arrived as well. But it was too late, the girl did not survive. Their once happy family was shattered in an instant. What seemed like a senseless tragedy was, in fact, a test set by gang leader Pete. The rule was simple: kill anyone at random. If the recruit escaped or survived prison, he would be accepted into the gang. Jack's daughter became the unfortunate sacrifice of this ruthless initiation. Her death plunged Jack and his wife into grief. Worse still, the prosecutor informed them that Alan only confessed to resisting arrest and assaulting a police officer. He flatly denied committing murder. With no surveillance footage or reliable witnesses, there was no way to prove him guilty. At most, he faced 3 to 5 years in prison, possibly less with reductions. Jack was devastated. The next day in court, when questioned by the judge, he suddenly withdrew his accusation against Alan. Since the law was powerless, he resolved to take justice into his own hands. Alan was released immediately. His brother Philip was proud, and Pete personally came to pick him up. None of them realized their fate was sealed. The following day, Jack rammed Alan with his car, broke his leg, and bludgeoned him to death with a baseball bat. He returned home, calmly cleaned up the evidence, and went upstairs as if nothing had happened. When the police later came to question him, Jack was fully prepared and answered flawlessly. The sheriff could only leave his card and walk away. Alan's death enraged Philip, who vowed revenge. Soon after, a blonde woman tipped him off, claiming she had seen Jack acting suspiciously the previous night. Philip and his men tracked Jack down, clashing with him in the street. Jack fought back, disarmed Philip, and fled, but was quickly pursued. In the ensuing fight, he killed several of Philip's men. Just as Philip was about to shoot him, a passing police car forced Philip to retreat. Back home, Jack urged his wife to pack up and hide. She handed him the sheriff's card, hoping he would seek help. Jack knew, however, that escape was only temporary. He called the sheriff, who already suspected Jack's involvement in the murders but lacked evidence. The sheriff left 2 officers to guard them. That night, a bottle thrown at the police car lured the officers away. Seizing the chance, Philip and Pete stormed Jack's home. Pete shot Jack's wife dead, and Philip followed with a bullet that seriously wounded Jack. When Jack regained consciousness, he was in the hospital. He slipped out in a patient's gown, purchased weapons from an arms dealer, and trained relentlessly while recovering. The path of revenge had begun.